He's looking to throw it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. But glass half empty. I mean, they made that 3rd down a bit more manageable, but not by much.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it upright. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. He's going to pass. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season.
Touchdown, Tigers! What a catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Fast motion from the offense. The inside handoff. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Comes out throwing on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up. And
it's caught inside the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs.
Down 55 weak.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
they're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county.
29 Philly.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Dickey. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try the run. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 7. Texas Tech, 2.
Spoke freely when the people needed me. I helped them. I didn't vote, even told them no when the vultures came and took control of my rested body when the money
Set to
came.
kick off.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening.
The returner is tackled down at the 31, and the Texas Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Line 22, Jackrabbit. Ready.
On the run, it's sticky. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41.
Come on.
From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. LSU quick to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. The run from the shotgun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
4th down coming up.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll ride his man on the option. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got it. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he tacked on the extra point.
16, LSU, 7.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. On his way from around the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
And the Texas Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Almost a disaster on that return, and they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, a 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly, but 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Yeah, it's getting rough, Diz.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. It's Murphy. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, they'll take to the air. That's reeled in. It's Murphy. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And that
Not Luka.
pass is intercepted.
Not Luka.
And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to throw. Going for it all. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Trying to find his man on first down. Get it out on the screen. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Here comes the two-point try. They'll go to the air. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They've got it to a two-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help...
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Levitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over Cincinnati. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Still running at the 40. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route, get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. through the air one more time. Gets it out quickly. Smashes through the tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go.
He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Ready?
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Slap. Ready, go.
He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
On the ready.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Lasso. Lasso. Ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Cut, cut, cut.
He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Okay,
From the
ready.
3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Gaucho. Gaucho. Lion. Lion. Spire.
He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Might be looking to run. They'll get the 2-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Flag 24.
He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. He's got it down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers!
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. second down coming up.
3:25.
Quarterback keeps it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He's loose at the 15. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 37, LSU 30.
On the ready. Down to 29
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And once he got loose, it was all over. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 2 to Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense.
Can anyone catch him? He's inside the 40. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field.
Get set.
The give from the gun. At the 45 on its way. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On the set.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Ringo, Ringo. Razor, Razor.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Ready
The
up.
Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10.
Lasso. Lasso.
Wide out in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
On the double.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Clear. Clear.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Yankee blue.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The option look. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Great. Dad, you still in the party? Why did he quit? I hate bro for real. It's crazy.